noticing everywhere. Do our children do this? They really do. They eat the things, they throw up the wrappers, right? Yes. What we have to do, we have to tell them that they have to respect Mother Earth. They have to respect the environment they are living in. In your classroom, you can see that the shavings of their pencils, they are spread all around over the floor, and they are not in the bin. The students, they are not in the practice of throwing the wrappers in the bin. When they are playing in the ground and it's their break time, they eat things, they throw the wrappers, they go away, and while playing, they don't notice it even. So there are many of the smaller gestures we'll have to teach our children that how are they going to be presenting themselves, being a very responsible citizen. As being the locally of third desert Parker, since I know very well about nature, that's really cool. And we have Pushottam Surani here. Thanks for joining us. Then. So we'll be moving towards the next slide. I hope that I'm clear in my point here that how in the early years it can be easily inculcated, right? It's not moving. All right. Here we are. Okay. Yes. All right. When it comes about the primary schoolers, primary schoolers, they are in a very critical situation because they are on a transitional phase, right? Starting from the early years, they are moving towards the primaries. Well, I don't know. Sunil Shetty once said, what? Wait for a while. ये धरती मेरी माँ है. So soil is always a good connection with human being. Yeah, it is. We call it Mother Earth. We call Mother Nature Mother Earth. So that is our Ma in many of the ways because we get our food from there and that help us to stay alive. Air is Guru, water is the father, and the earth is the great mother of all. Yes, you are the one who had been the part of NYCCC, I guess. Alize, yes, that's nice. Bilkul true. So coming back towards it, everybody is giving a lot of good contributions. I'm so happy here. Science and the environment integrate climate change concept to science lessons, exploring topics such as weather, seasons, and the effects of pollution. See, when we talk about this, we know that in science lesson, normally what we feel that we tell the students on the projector screen, we tell the students on their laptops that this is what happens and how it's being done. Instead of just getting them engaged in the experiential learning, and that helps them to learn even more. Mother Earth is very polluted. Kids must know the adverse impact of polluting their environment. Yes. And we are suffering from climate change, issues of third coal mining at Tharpaka, and how our nature has been disturbed at our area. Yes, we need to teach our children all about that. And that is a thing that's going to help them to go for the next level improvement of our Mother Nature Earth. Right. Acha, when we come about the primary section, see, I'm particularly talking about the curricula. How can that be inculcated? Nice. When we teach the students about seasons and weathers, have you ever told them that make a comparison and just do the comparison that how was the climate impacting us in the previous times and how has weather changed now? How many of you are going to agree with me that this time we have not faced or we have not experienced the complete cold? How many of you are going to just agree to that? Please tell. And how many of you are going to agree with me that this time that was excruciating hot and that was extremely hot? Matlab, here in Faisalabad, that was around 53 to 55 degrees Celsius, and that was burning hot, believe you me. So, how many of you would agree to that? Yes. See, these are the changes in the climate. When we are teaching our students about the seasons, we can tell them that yes, we had been experiencing the four complete seasons in our childhood, but right now there are no four seasons, right? Yes, the hotter areas comparatively felt colder this year. Yes, yes. It is happening. See, because right now I'm in Faisalabad. I basically belong to Alpindi, Kent. And when I came here 13 years back to Faisalabad, there was a vital difference between the temperature and the weather of both of the cities. In Faisalabad, there was extreme warm, and in Rawalpindi, that was colder. But now what happens that we are falling on the same temperature. Even Faisalabad is sometimes cooler than Rawalpindi. The LA fire case is, I guess, yes, also a big example of climate change. Yes, that's it. That is seriously, that is. See, so how is it impacting the whole environment? How is it making a difference? We are facing a lot of disasters. We are facing a lot of haphazard situations. There are many of the things which are even not in our control. This is what we have to teach our children, that how to do that. And when we come about the SDGs, they are Sustainable Development Goals. These are all what about? The word sustainable itself tells you. Who's going to just explain the word sustainable when it particularly comes about the environment and the climate and weather change? Can anybody explain that, please? Sustainable. Why do we call that sustainable? The term sustainable refers to what? Make some guesses, please. Sustainable. Okay. The term sustainable, that refers to what? How can you define the term sustainable, particularly when it comes about the weather, climate, and the conditions of the earth we are living in right now? Change is weather condition will obviously affect the crops and livestock. Nice. Yes, you are right, Harun. You are on point. All right, sustainable. When we call about sustainable is basically that is the condition that maintains for a longer time. So, are we having a sustainable environment and sustainable resources right now? I would like to quote an example here. When we were children, we had plenty of gas, natural gas, right? But what about 9 minutes remaining? Rahil, kindly look into that. In meeting, time 9 minutes is remaining. Remaining the gas, sorry, gas, and we never faced load shedding of gas when we were children. Right now, there are many of the colonies even in which there is no concept of gas, the natural gas. They have to go for the cylinders. And there is very common and very often load shedding of gas these days. Isn't it like this? If in case we do have the reserves of gases and we had sustainable amount of gases with us, so wouldn't be something easier for us to live in? Sustainable, proper, and maintained environment. That's good for you. Yes, you are on point. That's nice. So we are focusing now that the resources which we are using and the reserves which we have right now, that they are our children, our generations, they are going to get benefited from them. Climate change is happening due to burning fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas release carbon dioxide, trapping heat in the atmosphere. Yes, when we were children, we had learned about ozone layer and the depletion of the ozone layer and the UV rays that they are affecting us badly. This is because of the depletion of the ozone layer. So this is all about how it is engaged in, right? So this is one of the aspects that we can inculcate and we can tell our students when we are teaching them in the classroom that how to develop the awareness among the primary students. The other aspects come about the social studies and the environmental justice. Social studies, we know it really well that what is all about. We have to tell about their social norms, social values, their connections and their connection to the environment, their interlinkage with the all societies and everything. Human being a social animal has to be very active with all the other human beings all around and the other species they are existing on the earth in terms of animals and plants too. But when it comes about the environmental justice, can anybody just explain in very easy words what the environmental justice terminology refer to? Do you have any idea? Environmental justice, see, the term itself is self-explanatory. You can have an idea what an environmental justice. please. To look after the environment, yes. When we are adopting practices that are environment friendly, yes. In a way, we are doing justice with the environment. Can we refer to that? We are doing justice with the environment. Yes, everybody, please. Oh, yes, not so. Okay. Then what comes to your mind then? Zedan, can you just pour in some of the ideas? Take care of the mother nature. Okay, 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 right. Yes, please. Environmental justice refers to the fair and equitable treatment of all the people. Yes, yes, you are on point, Alize. Yes. And how many types of the environmental justice are there? I guess we should plant more trees. Okay. Environmental justice is the fair treatment and involvement of all the people and environmental laws and policies ensuring no group bears a disproportionate share of negative environment impact. Yes, yes, exactly. Environmental justice is about helping reap the effects of harmful things that have caused the degradation of the environment and
नहीं असलाम का अरे यार करेंट हाजिर सर हाजिर हाँ हाजिर हाजिर हाजिर